Hello, Meoni here. Welcome back to another video, and we're looking at our PvP Series 10 rewards. This time we have finally got to level 25, which gives us the Waniudo horn. So if you're interested, just some basic maths. To get a level 25, you're going to need 108,000 EXP worth of levels from any source of PvP. We can, of course, do crystalline conflict. If we were to win 120 matches, we'd get there. If we lost 155 matches, we'd get there as well. Rival wings, 87 wins, or 144 losses, rather. And then with front lines, if you do your frontline roulette every day, if you get first place, you'd have only 36 to do. If you got second place in the frontline roulette, you'd have to do 40. And third place, 44. And if you queued directly into frontlines, such as Walk or Shirte, etc., you'd have to do 72 first place victories, 87 second places, or 108 third place sort of positions. A good portion of my time was doing Walk or Shirte, and we were doing third place situations in the majority of that. I only managed to get 10 wins the entirety of this series after grinding it pretty hard. So yeah, I've got a long way to go for that 100 wins mount as well. But yes, if you want to get this, of course, you know, take your time. You've got until 7.5, which is an undisclosed amount of time in the future, you know, next year sometime. So take your time, but if you want to get this, then that's how much you would have to do. So let's get this and see what it looks like. Okay, for me it's on page 5, and this is the Waniudo mount. Summon forth your Waniudo and hold on for dear life as the nightmare rolls on. Appearing as an ox cart wheel adorned with a demonic face, this automaton originating from a far east is created in the likeness of mythical apparitions, but steal the souls of any who look upon them. While originally intended to repel intruders, it can also serve as a mode of transport for those with sufficient endurance. The hidden text says, "Greaky wheels get the grease around here." A quote there of Nita Wickway. So this mount then, let's plop it on a bar. It does feel quite nice to finally get this. Honestly. Oh my goodness, look at this. That looks so cool. But my goodness, how cool is that, holding on to the right horn there of that evil face, that masked face. And of course, we've got those sort of spinning sort of flames, I guess, what they would be on the ox cart itself. And then the back of the mount has this big sort of ox cart circular design. And of course, you know, this is a mount that's going to scale with the size of your character. And as you can hear, it's got some sound effects as you move, which sounds like a wheel slowly turning. The creaking. Oh, I don't know if I like that at all. You know, obviously, if you've got your sound effects pretty high, you're going to hear this. The creaking gets worse the faster you go. And as we take to the sky, the wheel spins around and then hovers a little bit. But we've still got that creaking. And then as we push forward, maximum speed, it spin around. How cool is this mount, though? It sort of wobbles around a bit as well when it goes into a glide animation. I'm not certain I like the creaking noises. The swaying is kind of unnerving. It's an interesting one, though, isn't it? Very interesting. All right, let's show that animation of taking off once more. As it spins in a circular motion and then hovers a little bit. It's so weird, isn't it? Not having any other sound on, but yeah, that's apparently what it sounds like. All right, mount music time. What are we guessing? Generic mount music. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. But I'm not really sure what I would have expected. Maybe a PvP theme would have been cool to have with this. That's pretty cool, though, isn't it? I think it's only right that we show this off on other races. So let's use a Fantasia quickly and check that out, because I'm curious how different it might be. And what better way to show off size comparisons but to get my girlfriend on her Mikote to stand next to our characters that we're going to Fantasia into. So firstly, a Lalafell example. As you can see, it does scale with size and is a little bit smaller. It is, you know, it kind of feels like the Lalafell version of this could fit within the inner ring of the spokes of the Mikote one, which bodes well for the bigger characters. Here's an example then with me fantasiaed into that of a Rugadin, a sea wolf. So we've got a pretty big difference there again on Mikote. So yeah, the scaling is going to vary depending on what race you play. But of course, obviously, it looks like everybody is hanging on to this thing the exact same way with their hand attached to the horn. So I don't think there's any differences in regards to that or any idle motions or animations, but just the size itself. And of course, the mount uses the same flight animations underwater. Just to check, some mounts do have different animations depending on if they're underwater or not, but this one just sort of spins around almost like a propeller, quite honestly. So it works quite well, doesn't it? Honestly, this time around, I do think that the new map, Warcore Shote, is quite a lot of fun. I do think that people need to learn what Battle High actually does, because a lot of people just think that, you know, collecting objectives is the way to go. But yeah, if the other team gets maximum Battle High and they wonder why they lose. But yeah, it is just one of those things. It's people basically not really caring, isn't it? It's a typical frontline thing, but it's quite a lot of fun. If you've got a little bit of spare time, I could recommend definitely doing that. If you want the fastest possible method, though, I would still recommend doing Crystalline Conflict, either ranked or casual. The matches are a lot shorter, and you know, you've got a 50-50 chance of winning rather than 1 in 3. And yeah, the EXP is pretty good. You get 900 EXP for a win, and if you lose in the front line, you only get 1000 EXP. So you might as well go and do yourself the Crystalline Conflict. The matches are much quicker, unless you're working towards the Snowman mount or any other things from frontline related objectives. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy pre-Christmas, and I'll see you all next time for more videos from patch 7.4.